WIIFTB PM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
What's up, Chicago? This is your man, Maze Jackson, host of The Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? Catch us every day, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Plus, you can get us on WBGX. That's right, it's The Maze Jackson Show. Get us every day, Monday through Friday, 3 to 6. And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace. Who's bad? At all.
love makes me feel 10 feet tall. Without it, I could do withdrawal. 'Cause nothing even matters at all. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. These buildings can drift out to sea. A natural catastrophe, but there's no place I'd rather be. 'Cause nothing even matters to me. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even You're part of my identity. I sometimes have a tendency to look at you religiously. Yeah, but nothing even matters to me. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. You won't find me at no store. I have no time for manicures. With you it's never either or. 'Cause nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters at all. Nothing even Nothing even matters. Now my team could score and make it to the Final Four. Just repossess me 4x4. Yeah, 'cause nothing even matters no more. Nothing even matters, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nothing even matters to me.
WIFTPM.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show. It's What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Antoinette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. For Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Good afternoon, Chicago. Good afternoon, world. Riis, turn me up in my headphones. I don't know if I'm not hearing myself. There we go. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show on a Tuesday afternoon. Blowing up on a Tuesday in the club on a Tuesday. It's Tuesday, y'all. It means it's one day past Monday, almost one day to hump day. And then once you get on hump day, it's the slippery slide, man. Riis, I'm telling you, I know you want a short week, but I'm starting to get a little bit older, man. I want these weeks to slow down. I mean, I want to walk slow, savor the time, energy, and effort. Hey, man. But it's good to be here with y'all on a Tuesday. I'm starting to finally get settled into the second week. Riis, today I slept till 6:45. It's like I slept to 6:45, but I still couldn't stay up past 10. Do you watch We Own This City? Have you seen? Hey man, it's like the continuation of The Wire. You ain't seen it? It's on HBO, man. Hey bro, did you watch The Wire? You probably don't even know about The Wire, man. You ain't watching The Wire. You was probably too young to be watching The Wire, Riis. You probably just young lad wet behind the ears. You ain't even, that's where Idris Elba came from. That's where everybody turned into I'm not going to tell the joke. I know I've been hearing about him. But anyway, so Riis, I was trying to watch last night. Caught myself trying to stay up on a Monday night. First of all, let's back up. I watched the basketball game until it just made no sense to watch it anymore. Did the Heat even score 50 points?
I did exactly what you did. I think I watched the halftime and went to bed. I was in the bed like, there's nothing else to do. Might as well just end the day.
Riis, don't. No, you gotta get up on. You got to get up on. We Own This City. It's the continuation of The Wire. You be seeing all the kids from The Wire all grown up, and now they like. Remember Marlo? He a cop now, but he ain't Marlo, but he a cop in Baltimore.
I'm gonna have to go check this out.
Joe, these cops is filthy. And it's about the Freddie Gray and everybody leading up to, and it's like right after the towers came down. Riis, it's crazy. It go all the way back to like right after The Wire, and then you be seeing like remember so you remember Marlo, but do you remember the shorty who was like he wound up being with Bubbles and turned into a hype at the end?
Yes.
Right, remember it was the 3 kids, one turned into a killer. He kept his little brothers, Chris. You know, he turned into the rapper. But then remember it was all 3 of them, they was friends. One was the snitch and went to the group home and got beat up.
Okay.
And then the other one.
So all of them in there too?
Not all of, well, you never know. They keep popping up. Because it's the same guy who wrote The Wire. Right?
That might be dope. I'm going to have to check it out.
Oh, no, it's about dirty cops stole from. Did you ever watch The Shield?
Nah, never.
Riis.
Never.
Okay, Riis. This is what you got to do. You got to find whoever got The Shield, and you got to go binge watch that.
It's called The Shield.
Bro, that was the first time we ever saw, like, it was like the first time FX did a show. Riis, let me tell you, this show, you could do a few episodes a week off of this.
Oh, I'm going to definitely go check it out then.
Bro, I'm gonna just tell you this one part just so you know how crazy. Like, this is one of them lies that you told. Like, you know, when you said Joe, they caught the head police chief right before he became the head police chief and he had the dirty cops. Riis. Imagine you went in to go bust up a hostage situation, and when you get in, they take the gun from you, and now you in there with a prisoner, and he say to get out alive, I'm about to videotape you.
Oh no, man.
Riis,
no.
This is in the series, and then the bad cops find it. Riis. Riis. The Shield. Anybody remember The Shield? If anybody out there remembers The Shield, Riis, I think I might have the DVDs somewhere. But I'm just telling you, like, I'm sure it's on some streaming service, because it was on Riis. 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 The Shield, that might have been one of the most Riis. I'm telling you. Riis. And then they got it on, Riis is bad. It was like, that's how they got to keep committing crime. Because the chief couldn't say nothing because they had the tape. It was first when iPhones came out too. So it was like when first video, Riis, I'm just telling you. The Shield. The Shield, did you watch the Av? That came on before The Wire?
No, I didn't.
So it was a prequel to The Wire. Where old boy from The Wood was in it.
Which one?
The one who, when he was a kid, and he, you know, the one who moved into town and was trying to dance and he was going like this. I can't remember.
Mike Epps.
No.
That wasn't Mike Epps?
No, he was the little dark-skinned kid. Is it The Wood? Yeah, when there was the 3 of them, and then
you talking about the kid or the grown version of him?
The kid version.
Okay, all right, okay. I was gonna say,
but not Mike Epps. It was not Omar Epps. It was the one who became
the one that was dancing. That was from North Carolina.
Yeah,
that was Mike Epps.
That was not Mike Epps. That's not who that was. Was old boy the African?
Omar Epps.
No. Oh yeah, it was Omar.
I'm sorry.
It was Omar. Right. Okay. So that's who he started. The young one starred in I think it was the Av. Okay. But it was about The Wire before The Wire. Then The Wire came. Now they got this. We own this city.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check out.
All this came around, Riis, because I was trying to stay up last night because I didn't have to be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I still couldn't stay up. So I wound up watching it at 6:30 this morning. No, 7:30 this morning. All right, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. I know y'all like, what the? Look, man, it's 3 in the afternoon. It's stuff to talk about. We got a lot on the agenda today, too, Riis. So let me do this. Let me say what's up to my man, DJ Riis the Ruler on the ones and twos. DJ Riis the Ruler, how you feeling today, man?
Blessed by the best. You already know the rest. How you doing today, boss?
Hey, man, I'm all good. Riis, I'm getting in the mode, man. I just decided that no more short days. I'm doing long days. Got to get my muscles back get my muscles back in order. So it's a lot going on. I'm gonna tell you though, we gonna get this thing up in the air. So let's get this thing up to 60,000 feet. Let's get the soul plane up and away. It's the afternoon flight. Woo, no more early bird, Riis. Riis, you ever let me ask you, you ever did a set your stuff back later so you don't have to be in a rush and you still be late? Like, I feel like, how could I be late getting ready at 3 o'clock when I could be ready at 4 a.m.? But I find out what I'm finding out is, Riis, that I gotta set aside my time. The thing about the morning is it's so quiet that I could get everything down. You get to working during the day and you see I be walking in here like, but that's okay because I was ready. So I just got to get a new routine, but it's going good, man. I'm actually starting to like the afternoon. Now we got to go get the rest of our audience because they probably somewhere out there swimming, and I still got to go over to WBGX and go get our Saints, because the Saints probably around there like, where in the what? The what?
I told you I believe it now. I was like,
yeah, I'm Riis. I'm telling you, man. I wish if I was a rock star, my fan club would be like 65 and up. I ain't gonna trip.
It'll be packed though. Huh?
It'll be packed though. It'll be packed. Hey man, I bet you they all give me peppermints too. I miss the good old days, man, when you could go to church and grandmas was grandmas. Like when a grandma had some white hair and some blue hair. Remember them grandmas? Now grandma got a French twist, whatever the hell. She got Remy Red and, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when grandmas was like grandmas, like granny grandmas. Grandma be like, shoot, I'm just starting at 60. They be like 60 is the new 20. Why is it every 10 years? Like right now I think 50 is the new 20. Like when I turn 60, I'm gonna be like 60 is the new 30. No,
60 the new 30.
60 the new 30. Yep. I think I'm gonna try and get away with it. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Maze and Riis in the building. Riis, let me check out some of these headlines. First of all, did you see yesterday that they're calling a special city council meeting, Riis? They are calling a special city council meeting to address the crime. And I don't know if that's going to do it, Riis. I don't, because they're saying that the mayor is not going to, they're saying that the mayor is not going to be able to stop the crime downtown. They said that the mayor's not going to be able to stop the crime downtown with the curfew. Did I ask you, are you with the curfew or no?
I mean, I don't think they're going to abide by it, but yeah, it's okay.
Man, the shorties be like,
parks close at like 10 or 11 anyway, so.
Riis, they not going. I don't think the shorties trying to honor that at all, sir. I really don't. And as if we don't have enough to worry about, I got another one for you, Riis. How about this one? Hold on, let me see. I got another one for you, Riis. How about this one? Have you heard about the latest addition to the disease family? Riis. They talking about monkeypox, Riis. That makes me a little disconcerted, and it seems like every picture of monkeypox that they show, Riis, it be somebody black. If there's ever a time I was glad that Donald Trump is not the president, I just gotta say now. But Riis, monkeypox don't look like nothing you want to play with, bro. Like, Riis, if you had monkeypox and it wasn't contagious, would you come outside? No disrespect.
Probably not.
Huh? Like, what if they said it's all clear? Would you try to come in the office?
No, not at all.
How long would you wait? They say it's like 4 weeks.
The whole 4 weeks.
You ain't coming outside at all?
Not looking like that.
Man, Joe. Monkeypox. I'm nervous about that, bro. I don't like the whole concept of it. But they say that monkeypox is something that is, okay. Hold on. Whew. Sorry. Do me a solid. Just make sure if the boss is out there that if it's not something she needs from out of here. It's the Mace Jackson show, man. We managing a whole bunch of stuff. Riis looking like, hey man, you're the one I'm talking to. Hey, Riis got on one of them YOU''RE, because y'all be saying your instead of your. Also, let me send a big shout out to Tyrone Muhammad, ECCSC. 7-7, Riis, I got to call it on him, right? 7-7. I didn't even recognize it. So yesterday, ECCSC began at 7 o'clock in the morning. They went out to the elementary school in Skokie or in Evanston where they hung the 3 nooses over the principals. Then, Riis, they were back at it for the meeting at 7 o'clock with the parents and the students. Can I tell you what it must feel like, though, to be, I don't think you ever been to a meeting, Riis. Have you ever been to like a meeting where you've been outnumbered all the time? So you got to kind of say your thing, but everybody be like, whatever. Then your big cousins come and show up. And it be like, now what you got to say? Then you feel like you can say everything that's been on your mind? Because can't nobody do nothing. Shout out to ECCSC for empowering them black people out in the suburbs yesterday. Your cousins from the city, we used to be like, when my cousin from the city get here, I'm going to show you. Wait till my cousin from the city get here. Boy, shoot. Can you imagine your cousins from the city roll up deep too? In the cars, in the trucks?
That do sound funny. Wait till my cousins from the city.
Wait, Riis, dog, in the suburbs. Like if you was gonna lose, you'd be like, don't make me get my cousins from the city come out here. And you definitely could use it on the white people. Because, if you was outnumbered, they'd be going. I'd be like, and then I ain't really had that many cousins from the city. My cousin was in Georgia and Indiana. But all it took was somebody with some cousins from the city to come out there. Everybody be straight for a whole month. They be like, don't nobody want no parts of that. You'd be like, meet me at the playground. And you'll be, when your cousins come, you be standing on top of the monkey bars. What's up? What's that you said yesterday? Huh? They be like, nothing. No. Riis. I don't think y'all get it. Like, I think you had to be kind of outnumbered in the racial space to know what it's gotta feel like to have your cousin show up and be like, and your cousin be like, who was it? You better tell me. And you better fight him right here. And then the other dude know that if he start winning too much, your cousin's finna break him off. So they be like, Dad, Riis, I'm telling you, boy, your cousin's from the city. Shout out to ECCSC for putting it down yesterday. Always on the spot, on the front line. Shout out to Frontline Ty. Shout out to Greg Sherman. Shout out to all the brothers out there doing their thing. You know what? I ain't even tell. I had another story I was going to tell. Do you know I read to the kids today, Riis? I was over at Nicholson Elementary School, and I had the opportunity to read to the kids. And shout out to Joseph Williams and Mr. Dad. Can I tell you today, if I was like a sentimental dude, I could have almost You could have almost cried to see how them black kids reacted to this mascot that was a dad. And Riis, the mascot, no shade. Bro, the mascot was like a black Mr. Rogers. And when you, like, bro, when I saw how those kids reacted, like they all, bro, you could have brought Mickey Mouse in there and they would not have had a better, they were like the positive impact of all of the, bro, I read they got me on the book, I ain't gonna lie.
It wasn't one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish?
Nah, it's okay to be different. So they slid a couple in there on me. I was like, I was like, hold it. It's okay to lose. No, it ain't. We gotta, hey, I'm done. I'm out. I'm tapping out right there. But the book, they slid one in on me on the book. But shout out to Joe Williams for giving me the opportunity to read to the kids. And I just, honestly, I don't know if I'm just too pessimistic, but I just honestly could not believe how them kids reacted to being read to and Mr. Dad. The whole Mr. Dad thing, that was unbelievable. Like, I mean, when you saw all of them little boys, and you know, Riis, I'm gonna tell you, you could see it in the room, because they passed out, he had free Nike hats. Gave out Nike hats and socks to every kid. So it was, Riis, but as soon as you could tell, it was like one of them things where like you probably, like the kids was like, literally, come back. Could you come back and read to us again? And I ain't gonna even lie, I was a little nervous. Cause you know kids can be tough. They be like, what's that? Why your face look like that? What's that on your, right? I had not, the reaction, I hope that there is a videotape of somebody when that Mr. Dad walked in the room and them kids jumped up to hug him. And even the kids who was like scared of him, because you know the mascots be scary to some kids, was still like, I'm scared but I want to hug. It was unbelievable. I just gotta say it. Kind of touched me today. Shout out to Joe Williams. Casino cleared committee yesterday. So it looks like, Riis, they're gonna take a vote and the casino is coming. I'm trying to get a cut. I'm not trying to protest, I'm trying to participate, so I'm gonna work on that. They're also having a crime council on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. City Council is calling in Superintendent Brown to answer questions. Riis, they about to show out tomorrow. I bet that's going until about 6 o'clock. And he know he can't get fired. So you like, you know, you ever had somebody be like, you know they ain't gonna get in trouble? Don't worry about them. So he gonna answer y'all questions, but we don't get too much. Did you see Alderman Michael Scott resigns? 24th Ward Alderman Michael Scott resigns effective June 3rd. Said he's going to work in the private sector. He like, take this job and shut it. Now I wonder if, hey, Vitra's Boyce, you've been at it a long time. Mark Carter, no, he wanted to be the alderman for a long time. This might be the time. You don't know. I'm just saying. Regardless, I just think that as transition occurs, Riis, it's time for our generation to assume, not your generation, so don't even get started. Don't be trying, y'all already be trying to jump over us. Be cool, dude, just be cool. Wait y'all turn. Jesus. Did you see the Phillips High School food photo shoot? Riis, they took pictures of their lunch, but they did them like glam shots to show how terrible they were. We're going to talk about it because we're going to talk about lunch. Did you eat lunch in high school? Or did you get school lunch?
All the time.
Okay, we're going to talk about it when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBPM.
Maze Jackson.
What's up, Chicago? This is your man, Maze Jackson, host of the Maze Jackson Show. You hear me every single day ask the question, what's in it for the black people? Well, finally, y'all, we've got an answer, and it's called the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth, Unit 17E. That's in the mall at the 55th and the Dan Ryan. And you join us every Saturday where we are taking our politics black. We'll teach you everything you need to know about the game, from how to collect a petition, to how to knock on a door, to even how to become the next mayor of the city of Chicago. That's right, y'all. It is the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth in the mall at 55th and the Dan Ryan. And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said. This is a black people thing you wouldn't even understand.
Maze Jackson. And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion has to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, I want. He's making me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. God's gonna turn it around. Come all the way with me.
Good afternoon. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 3:40 p.m. I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report. As we head over to the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop will be 56 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare will be 52. On the Edens Deerfield Tool Exchange will be 62 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be 53. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 48 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be an hour and 5. On the Stevenson, it's 36 minutes from I-80 to the Dan Ryan. Outbound will be an hour and 4 minutes. Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan will be 34 minutes. 46 minutes to I-80, while the Dan Ryan is 19 minutes to the Loop, 27 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Drive South, 55th and Jackson and back will be 10 minutes. And North Side, Randolph to Burmar, 9 minutes. Burmar to Randolph, 17. Today's weather, it is currently 63 and mostly sunny. Today will be a high of 64 with a low of 50. I'm Riis the Ruler. Happy Tuesday here on The Maze Jackson Show.
Glory got 70, got the to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Please. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler on the ones and twos. Riis, and it is about 3:41 on Tuesday. We got check it out, Riis. We got a guest coming in today. Did you remember Antione D-ICE Dobbins? So Antoine tunes into the show regularly, but I don't know if you saw the other day there was a Facebook Live going on, and Antoine was walking down, let me call him D-ICE. D-ICE was walking down, he was walking down 119th and Eggleston when Riis, he heard some banging on a window of an abandoned house. Riis, in the house, he called the police, and in the house they found a young woman chained to the wall and handcuffed. People said they had heard her banging for weeks, And nobody said anything. And the crazy part was he was just happened to be walking down, because he was going to take, I think he said he was going to take Stewart. But he decided to walk down Eggleston. Do I got that right? And essentially, Riis, he heard the girl banging, called the police, and in an abandoned house, a house that apparently had been abandoned for 20-some years, and a dude ran out. But they went to save the girl. We're going to talk about the story. And now he's on a pursuit to take the abandoned buildings back in our neighborhoods and repurpose them. He said it's his house now. Said, Bank, if you go, but how, Riis? The police literally said she was chained to the bed. Chained to the wall.
That sounds like The Shy.
Man, bro, maybe he got the idea from The Shy. Or maybe The Shy got the idea. It's like, I don't think you could have told me that and I would have believed it just off bat. Like, I wonder who, like, really? Unbelievable. So we're going to be talking to him at 5 o'clock. So if you want to hear the real life story of what happened with Antione D-ICE Dobbins and the young woman who was found on 119th in Eggleston, he said, they call it 11-9? That's in the 34th Ward, I believe. Devo. You know, Antoine be at some of the meetings too, man. So anyway, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Riis, you got your, okay, so let me ask you. Riis, did you ever eat school lunch?
All the time.
Now, at my school, we had school lunch. Okay, so let me back up. We had school lunch, then you had there was the people who got the pink cards, there was the people who got the green cards, but you had to buy the green cards. The pink cards was the free cards.
Ours came with hole punches by the end.
Right. You had the hole punch too, but it was a pink card or a green card. And your parents could be like if you had a pink card, you always got one. If you had a green card, you had to buy it. Then when we got to middle school, it was a la carte. And when I say a la carte, it was like you could go in and you could buy anything on the menu and get it. And then high school, then that's when it snapped. When it was like a la carte meant you could get ice cream sandwiches and all type of other stuff. But Riis, so hold on. So what lunch did you get? The pink card or the green card?
I got whichever one was the free card.
Okay. So the free lunch. Dang, I keep hitting the wrong button. Did you have a favorite? So let's back up.
A favorite what?
A favorite meal.
What are you that's not how school worked in CPS.
Okay, so hold on. Let's do this. You got the button? Hit the button.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Now you may ask me, Maze, what inspires this question, which is, what was your favorite school lunch? CPS, the students at Wendell Phillips High School did a photo shoot, a glam photo shoot of their lunch meals to show exactly how terrible they were. So it was like, you know, like a lot of kids now on Instagram, they would take pictures of their food and put it up. Well, they decided to use like a high class, super photography class to go take these pictures, and they went to show how terrible the lunches were. Like this lunch that you see on the screen is hot dog with cucumbers, with ketchup, mayonnaise, and mustard, and a carton of milk.
What's crazy is that that's actually a good lunch from where I grew up at.
A hot dog with cucumbers, ketchup, mustard, and Riis.
Just read the comments. You finna see these people talking about CPS lunch.
Riis. Oh, God. Okay, so then here goes another one. This one was I believe it is a bagel, a pizza round with no pizza sauce. Riis. These are the lunches that the kids had to eat in school. Now, I just got to say, Riis.
Nah, that's terrible right there.
Huh?
So that second one terrible.
So my thing is, did you have a favorite lunch in school? Like, was there ever a time when you got the lunch, when lunch came out, like, did y'all get the menu to see what it was?
What you mean menu? What are you talking about menu?
Riis, every day, like every month, the school would send out what the lunch would be for the month. And then your parents, if you had the pink card, you just had a card, so you got it all week. You got it every day. But if it was like a week when it was like a certain thing, then you could get, your parents could buy you lunch that day. So like, you remember when them square pizza, do you remember the rectangle pizzas?
Yeah.
So that was like my favorite, one of my favorite lunches. My favorite lunch, my two favorite lunches were the hot lunch, because they called it hot lunch. My two favorite hot lunches were the square pizza or the taco pizza, and then the pork riblet. Like it looked like a McRib sandwich, but it was like all pressed pork together, but it looked like a rib, and then they had grill marks on it. Mm-hmm. Those was my two favorite lunches.
But that just came free.
Nah, we had so it would come free if you had the pink card. But if it was on your menu, because we got the menu for the month, and then you could say, ooh, I want to have lunch on this day. I want hot lunch. Because elsewise, my parents would pack my lunch, right? Like, or they give you $2 and you could buy lunch on the day that you wanted to get whatever they have for hot lunch on the hot lunch menu. So my question, the social media question of the day is what was your favorite lunch in school? Cafeteria lunch. Now, what inspired this story is Riis Airmark was just awarded an $88.5 million contract to supply lunches for CPS students. Now, Airmark also supplies those, so you saw that? Airmark, though, also supplies lunches for prisons, food for prisons. And they got it because they had the lowest bid. Now, there's also another company. I lost their name. I can't find the other company. But then there's a local company in Pilsen owned by the Fioris that also supply lunches to our schools. So my thing is, this is a tremendously profitable industry. But it got me to thinking, did you like lunch? Did you like hot lunch? And what was your favorite lunch at school? Riis, so you ain't never look at the menu and be like, ooh, I can't wait to get, it's pizza day. Like you ain't know when it was pizza day? Or you ain't know when
they told it was pizza, but it was just on the menu and you just got it. So like, but by the time I went to school, you either paid for your lunch already, and then it was on there. But like everybody had the chance to get the same exact thing though.
Well, that's grammar school. In grammar school, you look at the menu and your parents say, do you want lunch? So then when we got to middle school, it was like if you had the pink card, you couldn't get a la carte. They just made you a lunch. You had to go in a special line and they gave you whatever they gave you. But if you was that was in middle school. And then if you had your own money, then you could go buy whatever you wanted. So if you wanted pizza every day, you could buy pizza every day. If you wanted an ice cream shake, you could buy ice cream shake. If you wanted the hot cookies, remember then I used to make the shakes.
Nah, it was like in my school, it was just basically like you got like a menu, but like nobody really like read it. You just asked the people that had the first lunch period if you walked past what's for lunch, or you didn't really read it. But then like in the outside of lunch, it had like a little snack thing where you can go and buy snacks, so like it was a snack thing. But the food everybody really ate the same thing. It was
even wait till when? Till when? High school?
Yeah, like even in high school. Like in high school, you ate the same thing. You just got
in high school, y'all. So wait, you either brought out your lunch. You didn't have no choices. You couldn't say, I want a honey bun, a blah blah. I want a honey bun.
Yeah, but everybody can choose. Like it may be probably pizza, and if you didn't eat pizza, it may be like it was always like the little packaged hamburger. So like the hamburger was there every day. So like you could just get like a hot hamburger, you know, and stuff like that.
So what was your favorite? Like, what was your favorite lunch? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Like, what did you hate to see coming? Like, I could never eat the school hamburgers. I took one bite of a school hamburger one time, and I never ate another school hamburger ever again. Ever. I definitely wasn't eating no bologna sandwiches. I wasn't eating no type, like, again, my favorite, taco pizza. Man, because on Taco Pizza Day, they put lettuce down and you can put the taco sauce on your pizza. What was your favorite lunch? Richard Greenfield said them square pizzas, them rectangle pizzas. Them bad boys was good. I mean, I wonder what that would taste like now, because them sausages had to be bogus. Call us, give us a call, 872-259-7474. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Did you eat school lunch? What was your... ain't no caller. See? Because y'all didn't want to eat no lunch. Riis, what would you definitely not eat? Like if you saw the menu and you said, like, nah, I just be hungry that day. Or did you ever take your lunch? See, my parents, like, I couldn't... Once I had an a la carte option, I never went back to... But my parents always gave me $1. And I'd be like... And what would happen is, Riis, when I got to high school, we had video games. So I would spend my $1 on the video game, or spend 2 quarters on the video game, and then not have no money, or have to eat just the ice cream bar for the last, and I couldn't play the games good, so my quarters would go quick.
So you know what was weird for me is my senior year, I was kind of, I wouldn't say like a rebel, but I kind of got cool with like security. So I kind of, like, the security guard allowed me to go to a McDonald's across the street from my school as long as I bring him a McDouble bag. So,
He taxed you?
It's cool. It was like $1 then, and then I used to, and so like before I went to school, I was the one that sold the candy, the pops, the chips, you know, so that was me. So I'd be all sold out by the time lunch comes. So I go and get me like some McDonald's. I go in and get me some McDonald's, and then I get him here. I knock 2 times. He let me in. I give him his McDouble. I go, if it was still lunch, but if not, I'll be in 5th period eating. So like I can't even like remember too much lunch, but the square pieces, I did like the burgers a little bit.
Oh, I couldn't stand them burgers. It was like soy burgers,
whatever.
Man.
The little ribeye back
that
then.
That McRib was off the chain.
Yeah, but
I feel like I could try to eat that. Like, I feel like if I tried to eat that now, I'd be like, what the hell is this? But you know they got a fake one. They got a real version of it at Green Street Smoked Meats. I want somebody black, huh? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. If you did have it, what was your favorite? Let me see what the people say, Riis, because you're not helping me out right now. That's okay. What do the people say when the people say what they say? What was your favorite meal in school? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Caller? Hey, caller. I see you up there. Uh-oh, you must have fell off. Well, we're waiting on your calls. This is the Maze Jackson Show. The Cavalier Whopper. What? There ain't no Cavalier Whopper. Alvin making up stuff. I'm gonna tell you. Did your parents ever let you sneak? Did you ever sneak out to get lunch? They saying the phones ain't working. All right, caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show.
Hello?
Hey, caller, you on the Maze Jackson
Hello?
Show. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What was your favorite lunch in school?
Well, back a long, long time ago, in the faraway land, it was macaroni and cheese.
Really?
Yeah, the sisters, I went to Catholic school, and they can really hook up. I think they had a black lady, lunch lady. She can really hook up some macaroni and cheese, and that was my favorite.
Man, what happened to the lunchroom lady? Like, when I was growing up, like, now, when I lived in the city, we had lunchroom ladies, and even in the suburbs, there was lunchroom ladies, and they food was not, to me, this stuff that we get now. Like, I feel like now we get, I feel like they kind of made the food from scratch, or at least put a little bit more love into it. Now I feel like when you give it to the prison company, they just process, put you out some slop.
Yeah. Yeah, they said it's the same food. This is my subject. I jumped out of bed when I read the paper this morning because my granddaughter, she refuses to eat that food, and I saw it, and it is horrible. It's horrible. We live in the times, when she went to Catholic school, she never complained about the food. But, I know they spend lots of money with this contract for food, and it's a shame what we accept. They should be giving our kids nutritious meals every day, because food is very important, very important. You make or break a child's whole day by not giving them the right food. Most of the parents are too busy to cook. They're trying to rush off to work or whatever. And so a good meal is very important. The older I get, the more I see it's very important. To me, it's almost a difference between life and death. A nutritious meal, a good nutritious meal for our children, it's very important. In school, this jail food they're giving them is horrible. And I'm going to write to the reporter and see who I can contact to join in on the fight, because it's horrible.
Crazy. Like, I'm just saying, like, thank you for your call. Was that Katie? Thank you, Katie. That's the president of the phone club, Miss Katie Lindsay. Riis, I do feel like, do you think there's a difference between the food that kids get in the city and the kids get in the suburbs?
A fact. Yes. Easily, yes. Easily.
How is that possible? Like, let me ask you a question. How is it possible that students can get different quality food that go to public school? What was that?
Even kids in Oak Park, River Forest get like a different, like different lunches than we get.
Think about when the CPS had a contract with Reggie. The pizzas that the kids used to get was Reggio's. Now they get them from the same people who supply prisons and jails around the country. They also do arenas and skyboxes. But just think about the gravity of that. Like, who picks the menu? And like, think about this. If there is a difference between who's ordering the food, who says give them grade A over grade C? It's the Mace Jackson Show. I don't know, man. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. We'll be back after these messages.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break.
It's official, West Suburbs and Chicagoland area. The Naperville Soul Fest is back, featuring a live performance by Avery Sunshine and Carl Thomas on Friday, June 3rd, and Kindred the Family Soul, Selena Johnson, and Riis. On stage Saturday, June 4th at Napier Settlement, located at 523 South Weber Street in downtown Naperville. If you missed the last Naperville Soul Fest, you don't want to miss this one. Get your discounted tickets on Eventbrite or visit NapervilleSoulFest.com for more event details. For vendor opportunities with access to over 7,000 attendees, text 630-202-6431. That's 630-202-6431. Spend your first weekend in June at the Naperville Soul Fest with Avery Sunshine Friday, June 3rd and Kindred the Family Soul on Saturday, June 4th. Check out NapervilleSoulFest.com for more information.
I love being black. Do you love being black? Yeah, I love being black. Hey. I do this for my people all across the globe. Hey, it's break. The skin I'm in fit me fine, tailor-made, yeah, I'm comfortable. And so it seems I'm still chasing my dreams. They told me, watch my steps, they want to pull the rug from under you. This is transparency, my life 3D. You live every word that I utter, reporting live from the gutter. Where the mind's hard to change, but we don't give up on our brothers and sisters. Cause we all need one another. The time's getting closer, revolution, feel it coming. I can smell it in the air. Inhale it, let it embody you. Because chances are the cops pull you over, they body you. Plus we don't trust each other, so there's just another obstacle. Why jump hurdles to make a change? It ain't optional. Olympian mindset in this booth with my binoculars. I see my vision getting clear. Justice what a prophet do. My music touch the people's soul. Black power gospel tunes. So many styles, watch me kick them like they soccer moves. Falling rank and file, this is my platoon. Soldiers at attention, ain't no Willie lynching. This the program. Who they think they kidding? Reinvent the system. Total reconstruction of our mental stigma. This ain't a game, boy. Still they think I'm talking about Nintendo's. That's a shame, boy. Augment reality. Better fix your brain, boy. I love my people, hope they love me black. I'm going hard and ain't no holding back. Watch me react. I put my fist up in the skies like a beacon for believers that one day we return to our greatest sin. We seek it all the glory we can obtain and keep reaching. I'm painting this picture. I hope you see it. Guess what the theme is? I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud. Man, I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey. Well, how about you to sing these tunes too? Customize for you a little something you can groove to. Feeling good about yourself. Melanated, mood muse. Always service humble pie. We don't care about who's who. Light brown or dark skin. This right here's for you too. We are the gods of the earth. Living proof truth. Say it loud if you black and proud. I salute you and that's a fact. Where you at? Let me hear you say it back. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud. Man, I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey. Super melanation renovation of our databases. Gotta fix the trinity to make it past the matrix. There's a rabbit in the hole. No decision. You gon' chase it or just shut it for complacency. Here's your motivation. Black power in your veins. Up to us to build a nation. European mental detox completely we erase it. You can't keep fighting over old information. Probably bring it right back if you love being black. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud. Man, I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey. I do this for my people all across the map. Even for the ones who don't identify with being black. Hebrews the best elixir. Go ahead and try your best. It's truth serum, my loose spirits. The ancestors speak to me. I spit the truth. Hear it. You broken souls here to re-engineer.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
We need money and no symbolism. It's Mace and Riis and Ruthie and Ty, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something. We
problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve.
Good afternoon, Chicago. Good afternoon, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Coming to you at 4:06. On my time, you got 53 minutes to get up out of here. If you're on Riis time, you got 50 plus 30. Because Riis took his lunch break. Riis, man, do you take your whole lunch break like you just finish your food and come back? You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to finish my lunch and be like, what, I ain't got nothing to do. Let me get back to work. What, do you take the whole, 30 minutes? Why are you looking at me like that, Riis?
I took the entire time. What are you talking about? I took the entire time.
Riis, I'm just saying. How long did it take you to eat? 15 minutes?
No, I used to leave and go and get something to eat.
Oh, okay.
I used to drive and get something to eat.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, man. So, because I be you trying to get them to the top. You be like, I'll just bring a lunch.
Yeah, I used to love to bring lunches.
I did too. I like to bring a lunch and just unfold and be like, and I got this, and I got this. I told you when I was on jury duty, when I was on the grand jury, if I remembered to make my lunch, they'd be like, you gonna eat that? I'd be like, I'm not sharing nothing. Yeah, I was locking people with burnt cannabis. All right, man, it's the Maze Jackson Show, 4:08 on the 24th of May. I cannot believe that Memorial Day is this weekend, Riis. We're almost halfway through the year. It's almost summertime and it's 60 degrees outside. Look, I changed my shirt up because I left out the house this morning and it was 50 something. So I put on the turtleneck. And by the time I came out from reading from the kids, Riis, it was cold. It was hot. And then I felt so that's why I got this Wiftaba shirt on. Not that I don't have a problem with the Wiftaba shirt. Shout out to the Wiftaba brand. You can get one at TP, 5401 South Wentworth. Big Squill represent. That brother's over there doing his thing. All right, Riis. What did you say your favorite school lunch was? Again, mine, taco pizza.
Pizza.
Okay, pizza. They didn't ever have pepperoni pizza. And I think when I was in school, there was no issue with pork. Everybody was eating pork. I don't even think we had turkey, probably.
I think now the new thing is everybody got a peanut allergy.
Man, please. If you had a peanut allergy when I was a kid, you was going to be dead. Because I feel like they made up that allergy. Well, I'm not going to say they made it up because my daughter has a peanut allergy. That Riis, if you ate a candy bar in the morning and I would kiss on the cheek when she came home, she'd be... We had to get EpiPens. We had to teach her how to epinephrine her own self. Before, old boy, the Wu-Tang man got the pens and started charging $6 million for one. They was $20. Then the Wu-Tang dude, the dude who bought the Wu-Tang one album? Remember he bought EpiPens and then raised the price to $1,000 a pen? And if you didn't have it, you could just die. And they took all. You don't remember that story? Riis?
No.
Yeah, Riis. It's it was dastardly. All right, so we did social media question of the day. Riis, let's get into. Okay. I wonder, can I read this to you? Okay. All right. Shout out to brother Anthony Muhammad. Guys, I think as I was going through and learning my lesson last week, I've been paying very much attention to just various forms of hate and just trying to be able to stamp it all out. So I wanted to read something. Did you see this story, Riis, that the House passes a measure condemning anti-Semitism? One GOP lawmaker votes no. The House passed a resolution on Wednesday condemning the rise of anti-Semitism with nearly a unanimous vote. But here's the line that caught me. Out of pocket. Too many Americans need to hear loud voices of their Congress calling out anti-Semitism, because too many of our fellow citizens are hearing leaders they support and trust either give voice to anti-Semitism or rationalize anti-Semitism, he added. The resolution comes after the Anti-Defamation League reported last month that anti-Semitic incidents in the U.S. hit a record of 20 high in 2021. I think I learned that lesson last week. What caught me, though, was that the measure comes during, it was also passed days after a gunman opened fire at a grocery store in Buffalo, New York, killing 10 individuals. 13 people in total were shot, 11 of whom were black. The suspected shooter, 18-year-old Peyton Gendron of Conklin, New York, allegedly espoused the Great Replacement theory, which is a baseless racist conspiracy theory that increasing number of minorities and immigrants are intentionally overrunning white Americans. According to the ADL, the conspiracy is now associated with anti-Semitism because many white supremacists in the U.S. say Jews are responsible for non-white immigration to America. Hoyer mentioned the Buffalo shooting in remarks on the House floor when discussing the bill. It's not enough to simply be against anti-Semitism. We must not rationalize or temporize with anti-Semitism. The resolution also calls for amplifying and ensuring that U.S. takes a lead in fighting global anti-Semitism. Now, I thought that it was peculiar that the Buffalo shooting the bill passed 420-1 as partially a response to the Buffalo shooting. What I would like is to figure out, what do black people need to do to be able to generate the same concern for our murder or death? The measure passed the House 420-0. Do you know what the anti-lynching bill passed? 117-107. And I'm curious to know how we're able to get the same. Remember how I was saying it was like nobody talking about the fact that the nooses were hung in the suburbs? And in the face of, remember I was asking Ruthie yesterday, how come what is the Black Caucus proposing in response to the Buffalo shooting? I thought it was interesting that it goes back to me saying we have to be specific about when we're under attack. Like, I think we have to I don't know that racism is it anymore. I think just like the pool, I think we have to now start pivoting to anti-blackness. Because I don't know that if we look at the Buffalo shooting and don't declare it anti-blackness, because he literally went there to kill black people. And I'm concerned that becomes just a byproduct. And I don't know, like, is it me or are we not, have I missed the Black Caucus in this? Have I missed the raging Democratic voices against this Buffalo massacre? Like, what's the number of us that need to be killed? Well, let me not say killed. What has to happen to make America move against anti-blackness? Understanding that right now, the largest mass shooting of black people since Dylann Roof has caused extended pain and suffering. Where are black people in this space? Should we expect, like, a big funeral? Like, I don't think they're having a big funeral. Like, remember how the last time it was like everybody was all at once and the president flew in? Like, how do we respond to this? And I guess my other question is, like, what does the Black Caucus say? I was just thinking, like, it just seems so easy for everybody to just be like, oh, well. Like, is the empathy for Black death really gone in America? Because I do find it peculiar Is there any other way to look at what happened as anything but anti-Black? Under what guise or under how can we see it in any other way? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. The Buffalo shooter do we own the narrative to that? He went to the highest zip code, researched the fact of where it would be the highest propensity of Black folks, like went and specifically researched it. We also saw in the video where he said, "Oh, my bad, not you." Am I wrong? Like, where am I wrong to ask, where is the Black Caucus at any level? Have we seen anybody of Black stature speak out? Not Reverend Al. Not Benjamin Crump. Why does it feel like to me this is such a, like almost like a non-issue? Or am I missing it? It didn't feel like it was in the, again, I still say Will Smith and Chris Rock got more airtime than this. The bodies are already going in the ground. Will there be a national day? Like, What comes with this? Do we have a demand? Do you think a demand that we had would be met? Because I just want to point out, we still ain't got George Floyd. I don't know that there is empathy for Black death in America in a grand scheme. Now, I'm proud to be an American, because at least I know I'm free. But Riis, I think after George Floyd, if we weren't able to get anything moved after George Floyd, everything else is futile. Who, where, what is our post-Buffalo demand? I would ask you, is there any compassion for Black death in America anymore? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Do you think there is any compassion left? I think after watching George Floyd scream for his mother, if that didn't move the world for us, and now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think if people would have been locked up for COVID, all that would have happened. But help me understand how we've allowed this to slip away with no return. I mean, yes, I'm sure that the family will get a great settlement. But have we heard anybody go and address white supremacy? Have we seen anyone called to speak up against anti-Blackness? Riis, who has our back? Like, who saw what happened and was outraged like we were? And I don't even know, honestly, Riis, if Black people were outraged at this point. I think it's just we have become accustomed to Black death without any repercussion. It is just the way that it is. Ten people killed in a grocery store. Not. As we see, Reverend Jackson as he's become older, he can't lead the march. But what has been the Black response? What has been any response as it relates to Black people over what happened in Buffalo? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Carl, you on the Maze Jackson Show.
Yo, what up, bro?
What up, Devo?
Man, bro, it's just sad, man. After coming out of Charleston, there was very little response from the largesse of the Black community. George, I think the peak, George Floyd, and coming out of COVID, man, I don't know. It's just not no energy left. You know what I'm saying? And it's because, to be honest, you see in these spaces where they talk about like, well, you know, we shouldn't vote, we shouldn't do this, we should wait. And it's like, really, it's no, the elected officials who we assume is our leaders are ill-equipped to lead in times of crisis, because there is no Black community emergency response plan. There are no crisis communicators. All of those roles and actions are not defined. So it's like, well, what Joe Biden gonna say? Joe Biden don't speak to 99% of us, so we're not looking for him. The mayor don't speak to us, so we don't look to her, the police superintendent. So all of these people that you actually pay to manage crisis, they really don't speak to you when there's an emergency. But we assume that that's what their role is. But it's really not. So that's why Tyrone speaks or Andrew Holmes. That's why those people speak to black people. Because in reality, them the only ones that can actually communicate with us. Good, bad, right, or wrong. So we really on our own, bro. We really on our own, and we just have to do a better job of planning and defining people's roles and responsibilities during times of crisis. We're going to have to do it. And it's going to take a lot of sacrifice. But ain't nobody trying to help us, bro.
That's real talk, man. That's real talk, Brother Dale.
And you know, and you're a leader. And this ain't even your thing. So the whole thing is, I mean, it's got to be a shared leadership model. And, you know, like Deacon, people like that, like, hey, man, what do we need to do? And how do we need to protect this area? And how do we, you know, Sister Erica posted this thing about what New Era Detroit trying to do with the conflict resolution. But what happens on the other side of conflict? They had a trauma workshop. Like, we got to have more of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of stuff that we're going to have to constantly have triage the trauma that we're dealing with. And that ain't even the skill set that's needed to develop the vision for the future. Remember that day you said, well, how do we plan for the future? We always living in the past.
Right.
We're constantly attacked. We understand the past. We getting attacked now. And then how do we have the energy to even plan for the future with 30 people coming to TVs every week? I mean, we amazing and all, but man, bro, I almost cursed. It's a trip, dog.
It really is, dog.
We can't even agree to put the metal detectors in the school. That after today, that should be unquestioned.
Did you see what just happened in Texas? 14 students, one teacher just murdered. School shooter in Texas. 14 students, one teacher murdered. Lone gunman enters school, kills kids. Guys, man, Charlie. Man.
They can't protect us in the school. They can't protect us in the church. They can't protect us in the street. Black people, it's nowhere else to run. We can't run no more, bro. They got us at the ledge, man. We at the ledge right now. Ain't nowhere else to run. I love y'all, man. It's all good. Peace, bro.
All right, bro. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Did you say it? Well, I want to get the details on that report as well. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Who are our allies, man? Like, where is everybody? Like, how does Buffalo happen? Well, at least we got Amazing Grace the last time. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
What's up, Chicago? This is your man, Maze Jackson, host of the Maze Jackson Show, and I don't know if you've heard the news, but we're moving to the afternoons.
hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
That's right. After 5 years of doing the mornings, we're moving to 3 to 6 every day, Monday through Friday on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So don't worry. We're still going to ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said. It's the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Don't miss it.
Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Up in the morning with the frown on my face, 'cause I know it's another day that I gotta face now. For people I don't want to see, working at a job that I don't want to be, breaking my back to the bone with nothing to show. But I got dreams and goals, but as soon as I clock in, I'm ready to go. So there's one thing I gotta know. Why money ain't free? Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? Give it to me. I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why can't you just give it? Why can't you just give it? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free?
Working in that 9 to 5, got your girl hella tired. Why won't they let me be? Now I understand why my mama always used to ask, did I think money grew on trees? I got these bills after bills and they just keep coming. Working overtime, but my pockets ain't flooding. Yeah, my funds low. Adult life is gas.
Why money ain't free?
Why it ain't free?
Why can't you just give it?
Why can't they just give it to me?
I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me.
Why money ain't free? Yeah.
Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free?
How the money ain't free. Every 5 minutes kids bothering me. They seem to think that money grows on trees. Always asking for allowance and clean one thing. I'm sick and tired of my funds being low. Spent the whole bag on the groceries at the store. Got a little something, but I need a little more. And I'm a single mama, you should already know.
Why money ain't free?
Why the money ain't free?
Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it
Won't
to
you
me?
give it to me?
I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show on a Tuesday. Look at me, I'm about to make it Friday on the afternoon. Tuesday afternoon on a Tuesday, 4:35. Or is it 4:36? It's 4:36. So if it's 4:36, that means you got about 24 minutes to get up out of there. Riis done already quit working. Like, I'm telling you. But see, Riis stop at 5:45. He be like, yo, because he get out at 6. He be packed. You know, when I used to work at the restaurant, Riis, when I worked at McDonald's.
At 5:45, I get up at 6. I'm just going to use the bathroom. And when I come out, it's 6 o'clock.
See? Riis, when I used to work close at the restaurant, I was so cold with it. When I used to close McDonald's or Burger King, I would have my grill. I would have the place where as soon as they said it was 11 o'clock, I had everything ready. Don't be the person that got in the line at 11:09. I mean at 10:58. I would like a fresh Big Mac. Okay, I'm going to give you a fresh Big Mac, all right. I'm going to take that bad boy out the front. I'm going to put it back on the grill. Throw you in a new box. Hit that lettuce. Be like, here you go, Holmes. You be like,
That's me. I want it fresh out the boil.
OB, we used to call that. If I want to go to Burger King, I want mine right. I want a Whopper off the broiler. Sir, that'll be an extra 3 minutes. I'll wait. Because you know, Burger King, I remember the first day I worked at Burger King, they put the hamburgers in a steamer. And I just couldn't believe. Now, over time, I get it, but man, the steamer? Steamed hamburgers. All right, Riis. Now, I know you saw this one. I was trying to get somebody in here. I think we need to get Lucretia. Maybe she can tell us the best way to do this. But Riis, did you see about Walmart? How Walmart decided that they were going to celebrate. Hold on. Walmart decided that they were going to celebrate, Juneteenth with us this year. Did you see how they decided that they were going to celebrate, Riis? They came up with an ice cream. They came up with their own Juneteenth ice cream. Now, Riis, I gotta ask you, am I crazy for being upset? Am I crazy for being upset that Walmart tried to profit off of Juneteenth? I've seen also cups and napkins and plate sets and all type of stuff. I bet you if I go on Amazon right now, China is manufacturing Juneteenth cups. I bet, Riis, if you go to the Walgreens in the hood, there is going to be Juneteenth stuff on the shelf. So I was looking on social media because Riis, when I said it, I said, somebody black did this. First, let's back up. Somebody said, what can we do for Juneteenth? Somebody in the Cultural Affairs Department said, I got an idea. Let's make Juneteenth ice cream. Just like somebody said, let's make Juneteenth tablecloth. I bet you every store, major retailer, is going to have a Juneteenth display. I bet you if you go to Jewel or Mariano's, there's going to be a Lay's potato chip, fried chicken, and hot sauce Juneteenth setup. They're going to be like, get your chicken, your black bread, And so, I was just feeling a certain kind of way, so I gave my little post, my little opinion. Then I saw Antione and Ahmed Islam. Shout out to Ahmed. He getting married this weekend. I saw them saying, well, did y'all not think that America was going to market? Did you not think they were not going to take the opportunity? I was like, oh. So I decided to entitle this session of the show, I lost it. Oh, Juneteenth. How to market a black atrocity. Hey, Riis, do you think there are plates, cups, and napkins and ice cream flavors based on anybody else's chattel slavery? So, I feel like, don't we know what Juneteenth was? It was the day that we found out that we had been getting duped by the people in Texas and that they had been free for a year, but they didn't let them know. So, essentially, we were slaves and we went an extra year. So, if I'm white people and I feel a certain way about white folks celebrating Juneteenth. I mean, what are y'all celebrating? That y'all got an extra year? And so my question becomes, Riis, how do we properly market the black atrocity? Because I am grateful for the holiday, sort of, but like looking at this ice cream and knowing that we don't even have the money to profit off of Juneteenth. You know, like to even manufacture enough tablecloths to go to China to put them in to say it's going to a black-owned company. And to think that after getting a free extra year, they're going to be able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars more, millions of dollars more off of our... See, Riis, this is what happened when you let Richard Irvin do the slave commercials. See?
Don't blame. He would never approve this.
You crazy. He all about it. He like, I'll be there for the day we got out.
He'd take them big scissors and cut like you see them in a commercial.
He'd cut the ribbon. It'd be like, y'all come on here and profit on off of. So, Riis, how do you properly market a black atrocity? Because I gotta tell you that when I think of Juneteenth, I don't know how I feel about the imagery Okay. So what does the celebration of Juneteenth, how does everybody else describe Juneteenth when they're off for their federal holiday? This is the day the Negroes were free? We're all celebrating now? Like, how give us a call, 872-259-7474. How does anyone else describe what they're celebrating for Juneteenth? And should we be offended?
I think certain people should do mandatory overtime, but you know.
Remember on Atlanta when he took they was like reparations for black people only, and they was like, I want my house. Did you watch Atlanta this season yet?
No.
Riis, you're missing out again. You're missing
this, man.
This year was just crazy, unbelievable. I can't believe it's over. It's crazy. But anyway, Riis, so I'm just asking. Can white people comfortably celebrate? Like, let me ask this. Would you go to a white Juneteenth party? Like, if I'm just saying.
What?
What you gonna say if on Juneteenth, the gram is like,
coming to knock all this down. Did you just invite Bobby? Did you just invite me to him?
No, I'm just saying, like, so how does this work? Tell me, now that we got this federal holiday, how is the federal holiday described by people who are not black? When they don't go to work on Juneteenth, because it's a federal holiday, so it ain't optional, it's off. Everybody. Should we have at least got 1 year head start? Riis. No, I'm just asking you. So if you go on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, as you can to watch the Maze Jackson show, and you saw on Juneteenth people not black who went to Walmart and are celebrating Juneteenth, and they got the whole thing, tablecloth, they even got a cake. What are they celebrating? Be real. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. What is anybody besides a black person celebrating on Juneteenth? Has anybody ever thought about that? Like, do they barbecue? Is it a day of service? I'm just saying, what do you do? How is Juneteenth going to be celebrated in other communities? And would you have a problem with that? Should they dress up like, what if they started dressing for it? What does a Juneteenth party look like in another neighborhood? Is that the day that they put sugar in the Kool-Aid?
Use seasoning.
They use the Lowry's, not seasoned salt. But I'm just asking you. So, Riis walked me through it. It's June 14th. You get a text. Billy Bob Black wants to invite you and a bunch of friends to join him for a Juneteenth celebration in Winnetka. Riis. What are they celebrating?
Juneteenth.
What about Juneteenth?
I guess they celebrating African American freedom.
We's free now. Do you think they say we let y'all go? Should we be thankful? Do you think that's the day they say you should be thankful? Like, y'all should be thankful we told y'all. Nah, I think it's a little different than Thanksgiving. Tiffany Mojica said it's the same as Thanksgiving. I think it's a little different for me than Thanksgiving. I remember Friday, how? And Pocahontas. And I understand that could be I guess it could be comparable. But Riis, on Juneteenth, what does America do? Will they have a concert? Like what? How does the president celebrate Juneteenth? Like, do you feel a certain way with Joe Biden? So what does Joe Biden do for Juneteenth, Riis? Does he have a barbecue?
Have a barbecue and wear a do-rag.
Ooh-wee. All right.
But that is a good question. Like, how do other races explain this holiday?
That I'm saying, like, this is the worst day in history. What do they say in Texas for Juneteenth? Dang, we almost...
Somebody sung that song and told them the truth. Told them about singing that hymn. They was singing that dang hymn, and God dang it, they told them they were free. They said, "What you doing, boss?" I said, "You free? We've been free for a year."
A year?
A year?
We gonna have yes, this is when our ancestors decided to let your ancestors, we was not gonna own y'all no more. So then, like, is it like the day they lost ownership of their Negroes? Is it a day of mourning? Is Juneteenth a celebration for us and a day of mourning for others? I don't know, man. I feel a certain way. And I really do want to ask, what is the politically correct way for other people to celebrate Juneteenth? Is there possible for white people to have a Juneteenth party without being offensive? Give us a call, 872-259. Riis, also we got guests at the door. So check that out. That's Antione D-ICE, because, coming back, we're going to be talking about what happened in the 34th Ward. But I don't know, man. I just feel like we cannot accept the death of a black atrocity. We cannot accept the marketing of a black atrocity. I feel like talking about slavery, I think we have to set some parameters as it relates to this discussion of Juneteenth, because I don't think if we don't get a handle on it, I think it's going to get out of hand. And I do think that it needs to be a day of reverence for someone. Salim said, what about a day of celebration at Ruth's crib in the Ozarks with a nice soundtrack? See, Salim being a comedian. I gotta ask, so he's not only a philosopher, he's a comedian. Yes. But I don't know, Riis. This thing has been bothering me. And when I saw the ice cream, and I do know that people are going to take advantage, I just be wondering, are we going to? Like Riis, how many black people do you think are going to have a Juneteenth party? And when they do, they're going to go buy stuff made in China. Like, will anybody care, or will it just be fresh? Because I was thinking, will they come up with some Juneteenth Nikes? I probably would get them. Oh, no. But I'll be trying to make them collectors. What's your thoughts, man?
You know what? I told you I don't like to see other races that got on Black Lives Matter shirts. So I definitely don't like to see other people, laughing or like celebrating how,
I feel like they laughing at us on Juneteenth Day.
Yeah, so like I said, with that, it's like I really prefer for us on that day to shop black, but I understand if we can't really find them and stuff like that. But yeah, it is kind of like a mockery though that I'll be looking at it like all of a sudden now is noticed that, and then after you said it, I am curious on that. Like, how do you explain?
I'm just saying, like, think about everybody, Riis, that is not black, that is discussing the concept of Juneteenth. What are they telling their kids? Good thing it's in the summertime, because I'd be curious to know what the schools say. Do you think white people know what Juneteenth is? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't really know about Juneteenth until recently. Maybe like 10 years ago.
Now, I knew what Juneteenth was because of my auntie.
Now, why is your auntie? Because you said your auntie was one who always celebrated it?
No, she used to always tell us about it and whatnot. Then, like I had my son, and he actually born on June 19th. So, and then it came back up again. But my auntie used to make us watch like Roots and all that other stuff. So like she told us about Juneteenth when we was like little children. So yeah.
Okay. So man, did your parents teach you? Like, I feel like I just came up on Juneteenth and it became an opportunity. I feel like it was a substitute that they couldn't get the George Floyd thing done. I don't know, man. Give us a call. 872-259-7474. Nobody? See, y'all scared to. That's because y'all around here, y'all gonna bet the June. What happened when your office have a Juneteenth party?
Crazy you say that is because my girl, she got offended because when she first started working at her job and they used to do all this other stuff, she used to say something about the party, and everybody used to be like, no, we can't do it and everything. So because it's our son's birthday, she used to just take it off. Then, so now, once it became a federal holiday, so now she come back to the meeting like, 4 years I asked for this, and that was off. And then they blacked out the day. She said, I'm going to tell you this right now. She said, I need you to call the top boss. I've been taking this off for 4 years when I've been telling y'all to recognize it. Now y'all, you know what I'm saying, I want to recognize it, and now I got to come to work on the same day I've been taking off for 4 years. So it was like crazy.
Let me see what y'all think, man, because y'all be talking. I'm going to read some of the comments. Let me say, hold on. Mario, so let me ask a question. So if your job say we having a Juneteenth party at the bar, y'all not going? What if they have a Juneteenth party at the Irish bar? What are y'all gonna do though when you drive downtown and you drive up north and they be like Juneteenth? We got red, black, and green beer. You getting one, Riis? So if you was riding down Milwaukee and they said red, black, and green beers for black people, only $2, would you take it?
No. Is it a black person?
No, but the beer is red, black, and green. It's Stella, too.
I'm good.
I don't know, man. Will Juneteenth be a day where, like, could you imagine Juneteenth being a version of St. Patrick's Day? The baseball player is saying, What are you doing for Juneteenth? What are we doing for Juneteenth? I do need a Robin Patrice shirt. Robin Patrice, could you give me a shirt for Juneteenth? Riis, all right, well, I'm going to tell y'all what. I think that you need to be thinking about Juneteenth and what we're going to accept for it. Because I do think that white folks are going to be taking full advantage of the opportunity to Juneteenth you. And I just think it's an issue that we need to be talking about. And I think we need to set the rules for Juneteenth. All right, look, y'all. We're about to wrap this session up. And when we come back, we are going to be talking to one of the pillars of the Roseland community, of the Hunnits, of the Wild Hunnits, excuse me. You see him in the comments every once in a while, but he is out there on the streets of the 34th Ward just fighting for our young people and fighting to just make a better neighborhood. It is Antione D-ICE Dobbins. And if you did not see the video last week, or maybe it was even earlier this week, I'll get him to tell me exactly when it happened. He was walking down 119th and I believe Eggleston when he heard a bamming on a window, Riis. A bamming on the window. And inside, they found a woman, a young girl, chained to the wall and handcuffed. Now, neighbors said that they had been hearing banging for weeks, but nobody did anything. Riis, it sounded like an episode of The Chi. But I really feel like if we already know that we got issues, who among us is looking out for us? Look, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. When we come back, we're going to talk to Antione D-ICE Dobbins, and we're going to find out what exactly happened with that abandoned house and how he got there and what we can do to change it in the future. Look, it's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBPM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
What's up, Chicago? This is your man, Mace Jackson, host of the Mace Jackson Show, and I don't know if you've heard the news, but we're moving to the afternoons.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That's right. After 5 years of doing the mornings, we're moving to 3 to 6 every day, Monday through Friday, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So don't worry. We're still going to ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. May said. It's the Mace Jackson Show. Every day, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Don't miss it.
Yeah. Ruthie Mo. Reach the ruler. Mace Jackson. This is the reparations interlude. We're not asking, we demand it. So go on, make my payments. Ha, 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 ha. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high. Not no SBA loans, just run the bread, make it high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high. Look, check it out. First drug lord was President Nixon. Oval Office was the trap house where he was tipping. Got the drugs from Nicaragua and gave us crack. Declared war on blacks. Man, tell him to cut the check and tried to make it seem like a revolution. CIA was the corner boys for distribution. We could tear this country in half for retribution. But I'd rather get some restitution, so tell him to cut the check. John Singleton, man, he already told y'all. He broke it down for you when he made Snowfall. They locked us all up and created whole laws. So send a message like a cold call. Tell them to cut the check. Look, we built this city. We built this city. Back, put this country together and gave him hella aid. Lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Over 400 years. Been punching the clock, but yeah, we still ain't got paid. Look, they paying the immigrants. They paid the Jews. Executive orders, man, they made the rules. I want my 40 acres, you can save the mule. Cause as of right now, we getting played for the fool. Look, for sterilization, Tuskegee experiment, Rosewood, Japanese internment. Come on, was all paid out from the government. We waiting on our turn, we definitely earned it. So make my payment high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high. Not no SBA loans, just run the bread, make it high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high. Not no stimulus checks, just run the bread, make it high. Yeah, Ruthie Mo, Reach the Ruler, Maze Jackson. This is the reparations interlude. We not asking, we demanding.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. We was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breached security, and called a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater. But she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness in history. All because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians. You know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country. You know they gon' tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed to certain rights. Not granted. The media is the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narrative. It's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wilding with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They're giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism.
Back to the Maze Mays Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
We need money and no symbolism. It's Mays and Riis and Ruthie and explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect, you oppressed, it's all wrong.
Wake up! Did I say wake up? It's not wake up, man. I forgot. It's not wake up, y'all. This is the afternoon show. It's your man, Mays Jackson. I got a little screen. I don't know what's going on there, but get me together. Hey, y'all, this is us. It is the 5 o'clock hours when you're in drive time. So I don't know if you with Riis, it's 5:08. If you rocking with me, you already off. If you rocking with Riis, then you still got about another 22 minutes before you get into the car and make your way home. But I gotta tell y'all, you know, I get tagged in a lot of videos and I don't always go to them because it'd be like, sometimes it just be so much cracking. But yesterday I got tagged in a video from this brother who I know has been out fighting in the 34th Ward. I think I met him with my brother Devin a while back. He has been stopped by some of the meetings and been around, but always on the front line in his community, out there in the 34th Ward, out there in the hundreds. Now, you know, he also friended the family as far as, don't forget Corey Bilbro, my man, is his partner in not, I can't call it crime. Gotta say it's your partner in policing our neighborhoods. Partner in, as some people that I know like to say, not talking about it, but being about it. But brother, I watched the video, and it was like something out of the show The Chi. And I remember watching it on The Chi and being like, this is some cornball, this is bull. This don't happen. And as you were talking about, as I was watching the video, the same thing that Riis said to me was the same thing. I thought, like, I just didn't think it was real. I thought it was imaginary. But before I get any further into the story, let me do this. Let me welcome to the Mays Jackson Show, who is live, Brother Antione, as you know him, as the police know him, as the community know him, D-ICE Dobbins. I'm good. All right, there we go. Now I'm back, but I don't think that was me. You might need to switch the signal. You might need to switch because it's going in and out unless we dying on the battery. But I'm all right, so so let me do this because I think we're back now. We're gonna roll with it. I think this is a good interview. Yeah, you go. Oh, that ain't it either. All right, it's the Mays Jackson Show. Do me a favor. Do a solid. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and then I'm going to give you an opportunity to get this together, and then we're going to bring this brother in. Brother Antoine, I got it. Brother Antione D-ICE Dobbins, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. We are live on the Maze Jackson Show, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, let's get that last name right. It's Antione D-ICE Dobbins.
Dobbins, okay, my bad. Dobbins. Man, I've been saying Dobbins. You know how you get a name yet? Dobbins.
D-ICE right, I'm cool.
Okay, now D-ICE Dobbins.
Dobbins.
Antione D-ICE Dobbins. First of all, brother, tell me a little bit about yourself and like what you've been doing in the community. First of all, and then we're gonna get into what happened the other day.
So I'm a 45-year resident of the West Portland community. Been out there since 1973. So
now, what's the difference between West Portland community and Roseland?
So Roseland is like the state. We the cities. So Roseland, I think, was the first area around in that community that was established. So you got the other areas outside of Roseland, which they make up the greater Roseland. They call it the greater Roseland.
Okay.
But I think Roseland was the first community out there. I need to do my homework on that to find out, really, though, in case I get asked that again.
Okay.
But I think Roseland was the first area out there.
Beautiful. Okay, so you are in the West Pullman area.
I'm in the West Pullman
which is part of Roseland.
Which is part of Roseland.
Got it.
And that's how the 34th and the 9, that's how they cut it off. And it's zoned it.
The 34th Ward and the 9th Ward, so it's a lot of gerrymandering going on in between that. Now, I know you from my brother Devin and being around in some of our meetings, but I've also known you as the guy that's been pretty active in the 34th Ward. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Now, tell me what you do, and I see you with my man Corey Bill, bro, because, you know, when I think of Corey, I think about them things.
Yeah.
Right,
So,
I think of him as the, the 761st?
Yeah.
Gun Club. So are y'all two partners together in the action of what do you all do?
So actually, I'm gonna tell the history of how Hands Around the Hundreds came together.
So that's your organization.
Yeah, Hands Around the Hundreds is my organization. It was 5 of us brothers from the hundreds, from different neighborhoods that said had a great idea to say, hey, we're gonna come together, we're gonna form this organization, and we're gonna take care of our communities, our different communities. All of us coming together from one community from another and just merge together and put our hands around the hundreds.
Okay. So those 5 brothers got together and put y'all, and so y'all formed an organization.
Yes.
And when you say you put your hands around the hundreds, tell me what that means.
So that's resource information passing out to all the people from 99th to Argyle Gardens, from expressway to expressway. Anything that needs to be known in that community, we felt it was our responsibility that they need to know it.
Okay, and so how did you go about doing that?
So we sat down at the table, we got our bylaws together, 501c3. I was already doing sports with my ADD youth sports. So I had my hands on majority of the young brothers in those communities because they either played on my basketball team, baseball team, or football team.
Okay.
But these other 4 brothers had influence in these communities too. So we said, you have the influence over here, you have the influence over there. If all of us come together, we can network and make it right, make it happen.
So when you say the influence, they was plugged?
They was plugged.
Okay, there it is. I want to understand that.
There you go, they was plugged.
All right, and so you took the plugness and said, let's plug this plugness into some positivity for these young people.
Exactly.
All right. So since then, you have made, Hands Around the Hundreds has made a name for itself, particularly in that area for providing resources. And then I noticed yesterday, so I was looking at this video, and I want you to go back, because Sister Erica told us about it from New Era. And then I started checking it out, and then I saw Brother Devin tag me and was like, check it out. I wasn't sure what was going on. So today I had some time to, myself and my wife had the opportunity to check it out. And I want you to tell me exactly what happened. And when did that exactly happen?
That was Saturday. I made the 911 call at about 5:45.
So back up and tell me what's happening. Saturday morning, you was about to walk down Stewart, but instead you decided to walk down Eggleston.
Exactly.
All right, on 119.
119.
All right, start me right there.
Okay, so I mean, I'm walking down the block. I just left Mom's house. I checked the mail to see did we have any mail. No, we ain't had no mail, because you know our black folks, we still got our mail coming to our mama house.
Okay.
We ain't playing around. We still got mail that come to mama house. So I'm walking down the street. So I see my neighbor outside that lives next door to that door. So I say, I get to talk to him about block club.
Okay.
Cutting the grass.
Okay.
Taking care of these abandoned properties, forming a block club, becoming 501c3 with the block club, because this is what I learned from being on the Chicago 5th District Zoom meetings.
Okay.
I learned that we can become a 501c3 on the block as a block club. So I'm explaining all of this information to him. As we talking, we hear boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. So I got my back to the house because I'm in the streets. I'm like, Fat Ass Fitness has a fitness cycling program around the corner on 119th Street where he plays the loud music real loud and they do their cycling.
Okay.
So I'm like, man, they finna get it cracking over there because they light our block up with the whole music. You got the music up loud. So we at the end of the block, we can jam.
Okay. So ain't nobody mad about the music?
Yeah, I mean, people is mad.
Okay.
They mad, but hey, it is what it is.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta fight that fight. So, but I'm like, no, that don't sound like no music. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, man, somebody in that house, man. And I'm like, that house bending up. Ain't nobody supposed to be in that house.
That something blowing, buzzing? You know, once you be famous, then they call you while you on the show.
And I told them, I don't know why they don't know. I've been famous since the 90s, since
That's
the
what
80s.
I'm talking about.
But yeah, so I'm like, no, that ain't coming from no sports business.
Okay.
I'm like, man, that's coming from that house. Somebody in that house, I'm like, it's boarded up, ain't nobody fixing on it. Me and the young man next door proceeded to walk towards the house. As we get in front of the house, we hear, help, help. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Help. I'm like, who is that in there? Help. I'm like, man, somebody in there, man. And they ain't supposed to be in there. Boom, picked up the phone, called the police. I called the police like, hey, look, I think it's a young girl trapped in this house. Y'all need to get over here. First thing CPD, dispatch operator, do we got a gun? Do we got a gun? No, it's somebody inside the house is boarded up, ma'am. I can't see. Can you look through the window and tell us who's in there? Ma'am, it's boarded up. Could you please get somebody over here? I think somebody's over here, and I think it's a kid because the muffling of the voice was low, which made me think it was a little kid.
Okay.
So we sat for about 25, 30 minutes waiting on the police.
And she's still boom, boom, boom.
She's beating on the window, and I'm like, don't worry, help is coming.
Okay. Why you ain't go in? He's like, shoot.
I didn't want to go in. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm a convicted felon.
Okay.
I ain't going up in there because I don't know what's in there, and I don't know how this story going to play out.
Okay. Dang. Okay. That's fair.
But I do one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to stay right here in front of this house with you, young lady, or young girl, whoever's in here, and I'm going to be here until they come and get you out.
Okay. That's fair. That's 100% fair.
As we sitting there, a guy comes walking out the alley. I'm like, hey, did somebody just come out of there? She like, yeah. I'm like, whoa. So I run
who said this?
The lady inside.
So y'all talking to her outside?
We're talking to her outside. I wish you had a picture so you can pull up the house. So we're like on the sidewalk. We're on the sidewalk and the window is up in like the attic. And she was like, yeah. I heard her say, yeah. So I run to the corner of 119th. As I'm running to the corner, here come the police coming around the corner. I say, hey, that's the guy that just left up out of there. But their main concern was getting her out.
Which is, I'm sure she probably was like, please, get me out.
Yes. So we let him go. Didn't chase him down.
Oh, keep going.
Is it still? Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get why you're talking, so I want you to keep telling me the story.
So we let him go. They went inside. As they went inside, one of the officers come running back out, running to the truck. I'm like, what's wrong? He got the door chained up or something? Like, no, he got her chained up. Feet, handcuffed, chained to the wall. Now, she didn't pull the rail off the base of the floor to hit the window to get our attention.
What? Okay, so I'm trying to find the right video. Is this the right video?
No, that's the one from today. Go, you man, trying to go on my page.
Tiger got me.
Yeah,
Tiger got it.
All right, that's the video.
Okay, I'm gonna put that up. Give me a hot
That's
second.
the video.
And I'm going to have that running behind us as we...
Now, this is where he was entering the home.
Hold on 1 second. Let me do this. You keep telling the story. I'm gonna bring it back, and you'll be able to see the video.
All right. So as the police went in there, they came back, ran back to the truck. They got the lock cutters. They cut her loose. They kicked the front door open. Boom. They come walking out with her. Lo and behold, yes, I know this young lady. I've seen her in the neighborhood. I've gave her money before. My wife and them has bought her coffee. We have bought her food. My man that make the Wild Hunters clothing and gave her a shirt. I mean, we do what we do for our people in the community.
So you know this girl?
I know of her. I don't know her personally to say we had kicked it before, but I have helped her out before. She's a homeless woman that walks the street.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm about to give us the video, and we're gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna let you kind of describe where and what happened, because this was like, honestly, when I heard about this, I was like, this can't be real. Like, it can't be some girl chained into the house. And so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it on, and I'm gonna let you look at, this is what we're looking at. So this is where are we right now?
We on 119th Avenue.
And this is the house where she's in.
And that's up top is in the room she was in.
So behind this window.
Behind that window.
And so y'all hear bam, bam, bam on that window.
On that window.
And so my thing is, so first of all, how long has she, wait. So she was from the neighborhood.
From the neighborhood.
Somebody knew that she didn't have a family.
Exactly.
And then said, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain her up and I'm going to keep her for myself?
Yes. And he sexually molested her twice from Monday to the time that I got her. So I called the police and got her out of there. And she was in there from Monday to Saturday, and I got her out at 5:45. So we're going to start at 5:45 because that's when I made the 911 call.
Do y'all know the dude?
Yes. Not know him, but we seen him too. So they say, and I don't want, I want her to identify him first. Okay. But they say he's the guy that was doing the fake security guard up at the Big Sam store. And she knows.
So back up. The who, what? The fake Sam. Okay, back up.
The fake security guard at Big Sam's. Big Sam is a convenience store on 119th and Stewart. Harvard. He was doing fake security up there.
And when you say fake security, what does that mean?
He had a handcuff. He had a little security jacket, and he'll call himself probably like cleaning up the lot and standing in the store watching for people not to steal.
Now, did he work for them? Was he getting paid?
I don't know if he actually got paid for them or not. I don't know. But they called him the fake security guard up at Big Sam's.
So people know this dude in the hood.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I got to understand. How does she get in there without nobody seeing? And did they say, I thought I heard on the video they said they had heard her in there for a long time. Like people heard it bamming. Why didn't nobody say nothing? Like next door?
Man, that's a good question.
Like I just gotta
I can't answer that. I can't even answer why that. I can't answer that. I can't.
Cause I feel like when I was watching the video, I heard somebody say, we heard somebody bamming on there. Now, do we think that anybody else in the neighborhood knew that this person was locked up in here? Like, what does the deck say?
Did nobody know? Did nobody know she was in there? So how he got her was, she was walking through that field. She turned that corner, which is the bus stop, is right there on 119th and Stewart. He grabbed her. First he told her to come here. They talked for a minute. Then he grabbed her. Came around this way, took her through the alley. She tried to fight him, but she's real little and tiny, and he was big. He overpowered her and took her inside of there. And while he had her inside of there, he said, I'm tired of y'all BITCHs taking my money, doing me wrong, and not doing me right. So he chained her up and he sexually molested her over that span of Monday through Saturday.
So did they know each other? Do you think that?
Yeah, they knew each other. She had dealings with him before. The news, when she interviewed with the news, she said she didn't believe he would do this to her because she considered him as a friend. She said it on the news. She said, I considered him as a friend. But she also said he got angry that night when he grabbed her up and took her down there. So he had her in the basement first, and he dragged her upstairs to the attic.
Where is she now?
Last I heard, WGCI came through and snatched her up. Had her on the radio station this morning. We can't find her because the police is looking for her because they need her to look through a photo array. So we got to ask WGCI where she at.
Wait, what the GCI? Wait, what you mean?
GCI had her on her radio on the station this morning. She left the hotel. That we
now,
had
what
her in.
hotel was that?
We put her in a hotel on 127. And
okay.
And she left there. She came back around because this is her comfort zone. We gave her some money. This is her comfort zone though. She feel comfortable around. So now we got the search for her because she needs to look through this photo array because this guy's still in the neighborhood with a whole bunch of more abandoned buildings on another block.
I cannot believe still that this girl was kidnapped I'm gonna be honest with you. When I saw the thing on the Shy, I really thought that was cornball.
It's real, Maze. It's real.
And so you can see right here the police are bringing her out.
Yeah, but then they told me to stop recording her for her privacy.
Okay.
So I had to take the camera off of her.
Is there an all points so how's the neighborhood responding?
All point neighborhood bulletin. But then I had to call that back, Maze. I had to call that back. Don't kill him. The FBI called me. The FBI called me from Indiana, man, say that might be the serial killer we looking for. Don't harm him because we need to talk to him because we got other cases to solve.
So y'all know that there have been rumors that there is a serial killer that we've been seeing all these bodies wash up, etc. D-ICE. Does the hood have an obligation to protect our women?
Yes. Homeowners and renters. Yes. We have an obligation. Yes, because if you allow the crime to continue, your property will fall. Your property value will fall. But the bank is going to steady continue to tax you until you can't pay that mortgage no more, and then we get 30-year homes sitting there like that for 30 years.
That home been there for 30 years?
And that's 30 years. That was a candy lady. She was the candy lady. We used to get the candy from her and go around to the normal show. We had a theater right on the 118th and Normal.
Yeah, ain't no damn theater.
Stop it. Y'all better come tell Maze.
Yeah, ain't no damn movie
the normal show. Y'all Roseland had Roseland Theater. We had the normal show. We get out of West Pullman after class, give somebody 75 cents. Give them 75 cents, go on in there, open up the side door, boom, we in there all night. Mom and them looking for us. They looking for us, but they know where we at because before that night, we done already went through the yards and picked our apples, plums, peaches, pears, whatever we wanted to eat.
Hey, man, stop fronting, man. Y'all know y'all ain't got that in Rose. Y'all had peaches, apples, pears, and plums.
Before White Flight, Roseland was the most beautiful. West Pullman was a beautiful community. Before White Flight, Roseland was beautiful. West Pullman was beautiful. We had a Tasty Freeze right across the street. We had Libby's, the factory. We used to go down there and get the little Libby cans, jump the fence in the truck. They had the Libby's cans in the truck, jump the fence, come back. We had clubhouses and everything, man. Beautiful neighborhood.
What happened?
White Flight.
So
White Flight and crack cocaine.
Do we need white people to keep our neighborhoods up?
No, we need black people that care. Because if we don't have black people that care, white people going to come in and show you how to care. for a beautiful community. It's Lord Wainwright homes over there. It's beautiful homes. It's beautiful homes over there. They just sitting there rotten because no landlord won't come and let nobody fix it up, or he won't fix it up himself. How many years do it got to go before that whole neighborhood just falls? Because they tearing down everything. Like right now, they just said they're gonna tear that house down. A beautiful home. That's a beautiful home. The structure and everything, it's a beautiful home. Why you gonna tear it down? And let abandoned lot sit there for another 30, 20. Well, no, it might not sit there that long because here come the red line extension.
Right. So so let me ask a question. Because I feel like it's a lot going on in Roseland. I be hearing a lot about all the stuff that's going on. Do you think this is a precursor?
Yes.
To the, because I feel like, shoot, y'all done got factories, centers, you got food courts, y'all got everything cracking over there. It's like the Pullman, y'all.
And Pullman. Don't get Roseland, Pullman, and West Pullman mixed up. Pullman. Pullman Porters.
Right. Hey, man, shout out to the Pullman Porters.
Pullman Porters. Don't get it twisted, Maze. You got
so
Pullman.
What's Rosemore?
Rosemore is down on 103rd.
But that's all Roseland.
Roseland, that's why I say Roseland is the capital. Rosemore, West Pullman, Sheldon Heights, Pullman, those are the cities.
All right, when we come back, man, I want to talk about what do we do? Like, how do we change? First of all, I now can believe that there could potentially be a serial killer.
There is.
I think we have, I'm going to be honest with you, it's a story that I haven't talked a lot about because I always feel like it's always a conspiracy theory. Brother, there's nothing that you could have told me to make me believe that there was a woman chained up in that building to a wall. Like,
and that's why I recorded it. Video don't lie.
How? Did he feed her? Like, was it?
She said she ain't want his food. Said she ain't want it. See, the news cut out a lot of her story. She told a lot of story, but they picked and chose what they wanted to show. She told the whole story of everything, but they picked and chose to put out what they wanted to put out.
We want to know the story.
I know the story.
You're going to have to tell us.
I'm just telling you right now.
All right, you're going to tell us as soon as we come back from this break. We got D-ICE telling us about what happened on 119th and Eggleston because he decided not to walk down 119th on Stewart. He was talking to a neighbor when he heard, "Help! Help!" An hour later, they found a young woman handcuffed and chained to a wall. I would not have believed it if I didn't watch the video. And then when you come back, I want you to tell us what the news didn't tell us. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
What's up, Chicago? This is your man, Maze Jackson, host of the Maze Jackson Show, and I don't know if you've heard the news, but we're moving to the afternoons.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That's right. After 5 years of doing the mornings, we're moving to 3 to 6 every day, Monday through Friday, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So don't worry. We're still going to ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said. It's the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Don't miss it.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things, what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay this fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Since I come home, well, my body's been a mess. And I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Oh, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over there?
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show or watching the Maze Jackson Show. Live, I got my man D-ICE, Antione D-ICE Dobbins, live on the Maze Jackson Show. And he is telling us about the story that we heard of the young woman who was found locked in an abandoned building on 119th. In Eggleston. Not Stewart.
Not Stewart.
Eggleston. Is there a difference between the blocks?
Yeah, I mean, Stewart is Stewart Ridge, Eggleston is Hilltop.
Okay, so, It's not like 63rd to 65th, right?
Oh, no.
It ain't like that, is
so
it?
that's all Mayberry.
Okay.
Everything I'm naming is Mayberry. This is one neighborhood.
Okay.
It's one neighborhood, Mayberry. 119 Mayberry.
So I've heard that there's been a lot of rumor and innuendo about trafficking and things going on in Roseland. Is there any truth to that?
Yes, Roseland has the highest sex trafficking in the city of Chicago. We rank number 1.
How? What? Like, explain that to me.
You got 2 expressways.
Okay.
You got 90. You got 57, and you got 94.
Okay.
I can snatch somebody, jump on the expressway, and I'm gone.
Snatch.
So
they be snatching people for real?
Yes, and it was heavy when Roseland was a heavy business district. It was heavy because there was a lot of prostitutes up and down Michigan. Now that all the businesses is gone and it ain't that heavy, it's not really that many prostitutes walking up and down Michigan. Remember, Michigan had restaurants, they had the hotel, they had the lounges, they had everything down Roseland. But after, it's gone. So it's not that many prostitutes walking. So they not really snatching them up lately as they did.
So they were snatching prostitutes?
They were snatching prostitutes.
Not just a random person.
Just a random
Not
person.
that means that they're any
But
less.
yes, they were snatching some women that was on the bus stop. Some women that
And who is they?
Whoever the sex traffickers are. Could be dude. We don't know who they is. They hide right amongst us. Could be my best friend brother. Could be my best friend uncle.
So back up. Tell me what we don't know about what happened on this night. Because you said that she told a lot more about what happened. Tell me what happened. Like, give me the scenario. And like, I guess my thing was his plan to kill her? Was he trying to keep her alive? Like, you know, you see the stories where they keep somebody for 25 years and just have a sex slave and have I mean, what was going on here?
Well, she said that was his plan. So he was in there really ranting. He was doing more ranting about how he was being mistreated and how the prostitutes were treating him down 119. And
So he was a regular down there.
And she had encounters with him. She know who he is.
So do you think the fact that she led that lifestyle will make people be less inclined to go after him?
No, because the vibe in the community now is that could have been my sister, that could have been my daughter, that could have been my mama. Because you have to come from a nice distance to get to 119th to get to the bus stop. So the women that lives on 122nd over the train tracks, they got to walk at least 3 blocks to get to the bus stop. So concern is heightened now because if he did that to her, he'll do that to anybody.
So how do we deal with these type of situations in our neighborhoods? How do we deal in places where you can be predatored? How does our neighborhood deal with predators? And so his plan was to what? Do you think with her? What did she say? He was ranting a lot.
Yeah,
he was talking about how he was doing her wrong.
Right. His plan was to keep her as long as he wanted, and when he got tired of her, he was gonna kill her. That's what she said.
How do we? What are the signs? Do you know? Like, so back up. When I was watching your video, I think you was calling out, what they call it, 11-9?
11-9 Mayberry.
Why they call it Mayberry?
So it was a church. It was a church back in the days the older guys used to sit on and drink their wine and stuff. It was called Mayberry MB. And our older brothers and uncles really couldn't cross 119th Street because of the whites.
Okay.
So they little neck of the area was Mayberry, which is on 118th and Union. My generation expanded Mayberry from 118th and Union and took it all the way to Stewart. And we expanded the neighborhood because we lived on multiple blocks. So we expanded it. Our old heads created it, and we expanded because it used to be 119. See, our old heads called it 119. We the ones flipped it 11-9.
And so 11, so is that, because I don't want to jam nobody. Is there an understanding in the community of Mayberry that this can't be tolerated?
It once was. We had care. We cared. These people don't care.
What happened?
These people don't care. They don't care. It's all about me. It's all about me. They don't care. They don't care. So we have to put the care back into the neighborhood. This is where I learned to love. Now, coming from my grandfather and my grandmother going down south, picking peas, in the pea patches, picking pecans, and watching my granddad, shoot hogs and all this, and watching them take care of the whole community. That's where I got my love, my care from. But it became a bigger care when that crack cocaine hit and we all came together. And we loved on each other because we all came from this one school. We went from West Portland to Finger, the whole community. We all went to school together. The ones that didn't want to go, the ones that went to Harlan, Corliss, Julian. But majority of the neighborhood, we went from West Portland to Finger. So we loved on each other. And then, Mr. Hoover came through and made us love on each other even more.
Aha!
Because he gave us something to look forward to. That's gone.
So let me ask a question. Because you've seen it then and before. Then and now. What can bring back the love?
Give me the money and let me and the people that still live in that community and still love that community fix it back up and let us have ownership. Because if you own something, you're going to take care of it.
I can't always agree with that.
If you love something, you're going to take care of it.
But if you don't know proper love,
if you don't know
take care of it wrong.
You take care of it wrong. But if you love it and you got people with you that love it, you make it happen.
So what are you trying to get done now? So what's the next step? Because I saw you talking about the opportunity to raise money to buy the houses. You told the bank, this is my joint now. You said, they said they trying to knock it. They trying to
Yeah, they trying to tear it down. So that one right there, that's just one of many. Give me or somebody on that block the opportunity to restore the blocks. I would rather the blocks restore the block with the homeowners, because we got a high percentage of homeowners.
Okay.
Not renters. We got a high percentage of homeowners. let the homeowners at least take care of that block. Habitat for Humanity came and took one of our blocks and put up a whole new complex. One block, 119th and Union, which used to be our little softball field, our football field, our little basketball court. They took that whole block. Let us be Habitat.
That ain't COVID, is it?
No. It's the cigarettes, I gotta stop. Let us take the block, man. Give us the block. Some of the people been on that block for 40 and 30 years. If you put in for a 30-year mortgage, and you pay for that 30-year mortgage, and you own the house right now, you love that neighborhood. You could have been left.
You're right.
You could have been left. You still.
Why people don't leave their neighborhood?
Because they feel comfortable. They feel comfortable in
But
the
it's
area.
cracking over there, ain't it cracking?
No, it ain't cracking. Don't believe what all you hear about, because you let them tell the numbers are down. How you gonna compare last year to this year and say the numbers is down? That's how they do it. I might be doing something on this show right now that might really hurt me, but right now I don't care. How you gonna say the numbers is down from last year? How you gonna compare this year to last year? Is that how y'all do it? Is that how they do it?
They do year over year, and then they do it over 5 years. But Ruthie was on here. If you'd have been here yesterday, Ruthie broke the numbers down, and we learned a lot. So let me ask a question: where you at? Do they have those non-aggression agreements? Have you heard about that?
Mm-mm.
So you know that if you control an area, you can get a grant, and they'll pay you $20,000 if you don't let nobody get shot.
How when y'all steady again on the guns? Hey man, shorties them coming out the crib with them things. Because they into it. So it's either me or you. I'm not putting no. That's why hands around the hundreds do not do violence prevention. We don't want violence prevention dollars. You're not finna tell this shorty who just killed somebody and he killed somebody and you gonna tell him, hey shorty, put your gun down. No, they looking to kill him. He gotta stay strapped.
So how do we stop this?
Man, we gotta change the mindsets of them. They got to see beautiful things inside their community. But at the same token, somebody gonna die. Cause you already in it. You got bodies on you. Man, they in these neighborhoods tallying up, man. They doing tallies.
What you mean?
This neighborhood up 10-2. Bodies. They doing tallies. What? Man, they doing tallies, man.
Like we winning 10, we got 10 of them.
We got 10 bodies, y'all got 2. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Every time one person get killed, here come 10 more killers. Cause guess what? I gotta get my lick back. And your boy got it, and your little homie is the one that's circulating it. Lil Durk, Get It Back in Blood. It's the #1 song in America. Ain't no, so we have to truthfully build up our community and hopefully
way back up.
They can't afford it and they leave.
Wait, what'd you say was the number? Wait, so
Get It Back in Blood by Lil Durk, the #1 song. That's they ride to music. When we did our killing back in the 90s, our music was Drive By Miss Daisy or Compton's Most Wanted Music is Drive By. That was our ride by music. That's the music we ride when we like Cube them was bumping that. We was bumping Drive By Miss Daisy or music to drive by when we was going to do our hits. They music is Get It Back in Blood. And they gonna get it back in blood. And they don't care if it's you or somebody that live in your neighborhood. I got somebody, and now we one up because he live in your neighborhood. Oh, the news gonna tell you this? Oh, D-ICE will tell you.
D-ICE. So they gonna have to kill each other off?
They gonna have to kill each other off. Or one day reach that limit to where they wake up. But when they wake up...
But the problem is you done got the body, so somebody who... It's like, you know how it be the movies where he be like, he made it, and then it be like, nah,
we don't want to gentrify our own community, but sometimes we have. That's what we got to do. We gotta fix up them homes and put real families in there, protect our community, secure our community, build.
How do we secure our community?
We need dollars, man. We need them dollars.
Do you really think
reparation? Where your boy at? Reparation. We need that bad. Every household, every black American needs $5 million per individual. $5 million per individual. We can build our own.
Woo.
Man, hey, they say every time somebody leave Maze show, you need a bodyguard. I need a bodyguard to get up out of here.
Hey, boy.
Yeah, we need reparation. They got to give us the money. They got to give us that same plan that they give the Arabs. That 5-year tax break with reparation in order for us to rebuild our own community and feel good about ourselves. Like I say, man, you're not going to let nobody come destroy your house that you done paid for. You're going to protect your house. Mount Greenwood protect their house.
Woo! They going to protect them.
They going to protect their house. Why we can't protect our house?
So, D-ICE, what happens to the woman next? Is she going to be rescued? Or is she going to be back in the same situation shortly?
We have to get this woman into a building, a care facility, and work on her. You can't outpatient work don't work, because you letting them go back to what you're trying to keep them away from. We have to create an institution where we come in and we work with our people and make them understand that God put you on this earth to live, not just walk around here like zombies and just don't care. You have a purpose on this earth. Everybody has a purpose on this earth. Some people have just gave up on their purpose. We have to find a way to get them inside of a place, and with all of our expertise and all our college degrees, we have to work on them. You can change, Maze. I changed. Maze, go through the hundreds and ask them about D-ICE. If I can change, I know somebody can change. If I can change, and I know a lot of other brothers that have changed. And guess what? Some of our 35 and 36, 34-year-olds, they starting to change. Because guess what? They got babies now. You can change. Some people just need a little extra help. Like our crackheads and our dope addicts.
We still got crackheads?
Yeah, we still got crackheads. Crack still floating through here. As long as the United States of America makes some money off of it, it's going to stay here. Where it's going?
I thought it was all heroin now.
Man, it's still crack. See, that's the difference from the South Side, West Side. Tell them, Riis. See, the South Side just not getting up on dope. South Side just not getting up on dope. We crack dealers. They just not getting up on dope. They ran out. They probably met at Mr. Ricky's and hey dude, I'm doing this, and he fell in, and then everybody was like teeter-tottering with it, and now everybody trying to boom boom boom. But that's a dope. That's the West Side, South Side crackheads. But we can change. We can help them out. At least help them out. Because in a minute, if we don't, they finna push us up out of here. You got that casino. Bronzeville and Pilsen finna become Roseland and Pullman, and Northside and the suburbs finna be Bronzeville and Pilsen.
All right, I saw you had a guest out there, man. My man, you know, y'all may have seen him before. I think he outside. Is he watching the show? He probably out there. Is that him? Hey, man, you know, we got a show in here, man. Tell him come on in here for a second. Come on in here, Bill, bro. You like to talk a little loud because you're going to talk to the mic, but you know him as one of the president of the 761. Is he outside? He can't hear us? Come on in the door, man. You just was in here a few minutes ago. Hold on, don't lose yourself. Come on in. You know I'm about ready to go shopping for my pistol, right? I'm going shopping this week. I just got my card.
Maze, I'll go support second.
Uh-oh, somebody got... So I need you to mute that.
No, that's him.
Oh, you came in here with you gotta turn your sound. All right, man, Corey. So, man, you part of this thing too? Hands around.
We just saw a need in the community, man. And we just were
pull that mic to you. Just pull it to you.
We just saw a need in the community, and
put it right here. Bring it over here so we can see it.
We just got tired, you know. We just got tired. Like, what is it that we can do? And so, man, we've been giving away food, having food giveaway, clothing giveaway. We're working with a lot of the elementary schools and a lot of the high schools out on the south side, trying to do just, some peer mediation and just just help the young people to get in tune and in touch with their culture. What we understand is, no matter how much information that we give to young people, unless we put our hands around the entire family, it's defeating the purpose.
So Corey, y'all two know each other. Use plug too.
Yeah, I'm not from 119th though. I grew up on 108th and Eggleston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eggleston. So y'all got to watch that. So it's good though to see that y'all are connected, right? Because you know, I told you came in a while back, and we got to keep on that. One of the things that I want to make sure that we start doing is securing our people. We seen this thing going on in Buffalo, and I know you are now. You still the president?
Yes, sir.
The 761st Gun Club.
No. Let's, no, I think you got the. I'm the other Corey.
Okay.
Good talk. No, it's okay. I know you know a million people.
I mean, I got two Corys in my head.
Yeah.
And I got you as the other Corey. So you don't do the concealed carry?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's
but
okay.
we want to do some concealing.
So check this out. What y'all doing? Like, one of the things that I've been suggesting is that we need to have, just like you was talking about block clubs, we need to have sport and social clubs on each one of our blocks where there are armed men and women prepared to defend the block or defend our neighborhood, not necessarily against each other, but for outside threats, as well as to be safe and protected and quell violence, and to really just be able to respond. And so one of the things I want to do is connect the dots, because what y'all doing is sort of like the same thing New Era Chicago is doing, which is the same thing we doing as Black People First, which ECCSC is doing. And how do we make sure that we all connected, right? Now we're talking and that we can have some collaborative solutions together. Man, brother, I just need to tell you how proud I am of you for what y'all did. I was watching the video. That going in, like, how many times have we heard something and everybody be like,
I ain't gonna say nothing.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
That ain't my business.
That's not my business. And somebody could have wrote that young lady off. Let me just tell you what is amazing to me is the level of compassion that you have expressed for all the members of your community, regardless of their stature or status in the community. It's like you feel like they Roseland, right? And so you felt the way about that sister, regardless of what challenges that she's had in her life. And I think we have to start seeing us, good, bad, or ugly, as us.
No doubt.
Right? And not them over there,
That's right.
but us. That sister, as you said, can change. But I would tell you that it would be very easy to probably for a lot of people to write her off knowing her background. It would have probably been easy for the police to dismiss her. The fact that you even said, look, man, we made sure she had a room and a place to go. Man, bro, I just think we don't always have compassion for our people.
Okay.
And so we got to figure out how do we start to put that back. And I'm seeing y'all brothers doing it.
So with our Hands Around the Hundreds organization, that's what we plan to do. We're going inside of all the park districts around the hundreds, and we having summertime fun in the summer. Love on each other. Let's get back to loving on each other, man. Let's get back to having fun, man.
Teach the kids how to play picking.
Yeah.
Look, so this is what we want you to do. One of the things that we're trying to do at the show that's a little different than the morning is not to just be mad, but to also provide alternatives, provide a platform for people to find out about the good things that are happening, the people that are putting in the work. And so anytime you got something going on, you want to let the people know, y'all make sure y'all just send us a note, and we'll make sure we make some space for y'all, okay?
Right. Well, right now, for everybody that's out there in the city of Chicago, it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter where you at, what side of town you from. Kids Off the Block Summer Basketball League that me and Miss Diane been hosting for the past 8 years, servicing over 400 kids for the past 8 years. We feed you. You have basketball. We come out there. We love on you. We give you information, man, to help you out so you can live a positive, productive life. The league starts August the 5th, and we playing every day of the week. We playing basketball and loving on you. We're going to be in the parks. We're going to be at the Pullman Center. Reach out to D-ICE. Sign up your team. We Miss Diane got real jerseys this year. Come on out, man. Kids Off the Block Summer Basketball League. Number one summer league.
You forgot to mention, too.
What?
Not one incident of violence has happened why these tournaments take place from August to the start of school.
Not one. You can go down there and ask them to show you the numbers. Not one. On 117th in Michigan, Miss Diane Latiker, kids off the block, the grandmama of Rosalie.
Shout out to Diane Latiker.
Shout out Miss Diane.
I tell y'all, man, I wanted to fight Roger Goodell. When he gave her them 2 tickets out of his back pocket, I was like, you gave them people over there that money and you gave Miss Latiker, who, I told these people, I said, y'all gonna stop putting Miss Latiker on TV without giving her what she is
doing. He told me
due.
don't say nothing.
Hey man, no,
I
said.
I'm saying though. I'm talking about at that moment.
Diane Latiker has put more time, energy, and resources without any support.
No support.
I remember I met her, I was on Pat Quinn's campaign, and somebody was like, you got to meet this lady because she is out here fighting for these kids. And she has been on the front line. And it's like whenever somebody want to put somebody on the show, that woman needs millions of dollars to have a center to be able to do. She be doing all that stuff out of our little house.
Man, do you know what? If we get a center, do you know what we gonna do? I'm the Hundreds. I'm the mayor of the Wild Wild Hundreds. I started this Wild Wild. I'm gonna let it be known. I started this Wild Wild. I was a rapper. I started this Wild Wild.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to ask Nasty about that.
Man, you better ask Nasty.
I'm gonna ask Nasty.
Ask Nasty who started the Wild Wild.
So let me
Hundreds.
ask you, know, Flav?
We was neighborhood shit starters, me and Bug G.
So you
he older than me.
So
man, I opened up every Save the Children concert that was ever put together.
Really?
Yeah, I'm from the Wild Hunters. The name of our crew was the Neighborhood Shit Starters. I'm D-ICE, my nigga Bug G, my DJ Ty, my DJ Scagnetti, and we had Swiss G. Everybody knew about us from the Hunters. When I say Wild Wild, you say Hunters. I took that to the amphitheater, and when I took it from the amphitheater, I opened up for DJ Quick and Second to None.
Hey, I could. Well, you know, we just got the tickets because we just was low key at them concerts because you know.
Right.
But let me tell you, when them concerts, Riis, you don't know nothing about that. But I'm gonna tell you, it used to be like all the folks had tickets. All the folks was selling concert tickets.
We wasn't selling, we just giving the money up. Here, take the money, man.
Yeah, well,
take that money, give me the tickets. Here, man, pass the tickets out.
I bought mine. All right, y'all. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. We had Antione D-ICE Dobbins and my man Corey Bilbro in the building today, talking about what is going on in Roseland, 119th and Eggleston, not Stewart.
11-9 Mayberry.
11. So don't have me around here. 11-9 Mayberry. I used to call it 119th, but now I learned yesterday it's 11-9 Mayberry. All right, I'm gonna have you take me on a tour of Mayberry at some point.
Yeah,
all right?
We're gonna get you a sweatshirt too, man.
I want a sweatshirt. You know what? You give me a sweatshirt. We're rocking on Fridays, right? I'm about to start doing that, or a t-shirt because it's getting a little hotter. And when y'all got something going on, let us know. We want to promote it, but then BP1 want to come check it out, and if we can be supportive.
Yeah. As soon as I'm finished, I shoot Devin the schedule.
Bam.
Devin be able to let everybody know
my
what we're gonna be
president,
at.
man.
Because we got to take it to the park, man. The love started at the park. I remember you talking about how you was out there and you was coming to the park.
Hey, man.
It started at the park.
They used to do the Taste of VON.
Okay. There it is. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. For Maze, Riis, Ruthie, I got Corey and Antione D-ICE Dobbins all in the building. Look, this is the Maze Jackson Show. Every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here.
Peace.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Antoinette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon'